Talk to the toad at the castle. Do you know what that reminds me of? I'm deciding to make amends. I'm tightening the Joy-Con straps. That reminds me of in Super Mario 64. Hats are all the rage in the Mushroom Kingdom. She brought them back from the moon as souvenirs. It's like Peach is like the Princess Peach is the trend setter here. Do you know what, like, Talk to the Toad in the castle reminds me of? It reminds me of in, like, with Mario 64, the way that Luigi, I'm not talking to you. It reminds me of, like, in Mario 64, I remember reading a walkthrough one time, and this is when I was really quite young. It must have been, like, the early days of game FAQs or something like that. Because I remember, like, it being, like, I didn't know that Toad's name was Toad for some reason. Like, I remember that much. I remember being like, what Toad are they talking about? And when they were like, talk to Toad in the castle, I was like, what? And I thought they were talking about a frog. I thought they were talking about a frog when they were saying, like, talk to Toad in the castle. But yeah, so that's my story. Oh my god, we need the Super Mario Sunshine gear. Look at all this gear we have access to now all of a sudden. Also, welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Odyssey. We're a long, long way away from getting that. I think we should be content with... Oh, we can't even afford this. We can afford the hat. Musician outfit. Dr. Headwear. Dr. Beetlestein. Dr. Beetlestein. We'll take this classic outfit with its scarlet, with its Pokemon Scarlet red color. Wait, I don't know. I wanted to put on the hat. Excuse me. I already have one. Oh my god, the clash of that, like, bright red Mario hat and, like, the scarlet red classic outfit. It's just too much. There we go. So yeah, I don't know. When they were like, talk to the Toad near the entrance to Hazy Maze Cave, I was like, what? And then I was like, oh, Toad, now I remember. So for some reason, somehow, I had forgotten that Toad's name is Toad. Don't ask me how that ended up happening, but anyway. I can't believe I haven't said this yet. Watch this. Oh no, I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. This was working. It was working. Oh my god, I got all my hopes up for no reason. Let's take a chance here. I was playing with my Skyward Sword Joy-Cons, and do you remember one of them was the one that fell into the glass of water or whatever. Well, I left it in a bag of rice for like 2 days straight or something. Nope, not working. Back to the chokey with you. Building up my dreams just to smash them all to pieces. I swear, you're an inhuman monster. Crying out loud. Here was I was ready to start this recording session and be all happy that, like, happy that the Joy-Cons were, that the Skyward Sword Joy-Con was working. Talk about rubbing salt in the wound. It wasn't enough to, like, it wasn't enough to break. Then you have to, like, start working again for, like, 3 days, only just when I'm about to sit down to record. Just when I'm about to sit down to record to, like, to decide, oh, well, now I'm actually not going to work. I swear, like, what an absolute, like, that's just dirt in my eye. I was just about to, like, be all, like, proud of, oh, I never started my timer. I was just about to be all proud of how, like, how I was able to get it start working again. And then that goes and happens. Actually, the ZL button starts, like, screwing me over all over again. What does this button do, I wonder? But, anyway, let's just try and put that behind us. I'll put it back into the rice bag and see what I'm able to do, I guess. So anyway, for now I'll just go back to the regular Joy-Cons. I was so happy as well, you know, when it started working. I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, this can't be true, can it? But it was. And then it turned out it wasn't. Oh my god, are we ready for this? This is the Mushroom Kingdom, by the way. Oh my god. And just like in Super Mario 64, we're able to go into paintings. And this is where we end up fighting the more difficult versions of these bosses. So all of like the main storyline bosses from throughout the game. Excuse me, that's not a very good start here. All of the main storyline bosses of the game. There are like these like more challenging versions of them, I guess, and this is one of them. I guess we're lucky that it's raining out here, because then like our water ends up like never running out. But so yeah, like the Mushroom Kingdom, I never really got the chance to talk about it because I was like talking too much about, first of all, talk to Toad in the castle, and me thinking he was a frog, and then like, and then I got distracted by, the Joy-Con disrespecting me so much. Like, it actually did like disrespect me to like an unforgivable degree. This is actually cool. It's a cool setting for fighting this boss, considering he's able to fly. I also remembered... I'm gonna hit you with this one. I remembered what those, like, nose cap things he's, like, shooting out were reminding me of. Is that it? Here I am bigging up that it's like, oh, it's the harder version of this boss, and there we go. But yeah, what was I talking about again? Oh, I was talking about the nose cones. Those like red spiky shell nose cones he shoots at you. I'm gonna hit you with this. I remembered what they were reminding me of. And it is like the most obscure thing. So maybe there's someone out there who knows what it is. There was this program, like this cartoon, when I was but a child. When I was younger, there was this cartoon. It was like a Saturday morning cartoon kind of deal, right? Called Street Sharks, right? It was called Street Sharks. And it was pretty much like a bastardization of, oh, I wonder if there's like a pot for this nut here. It was pretty much like a bastardization of, oh, there's like one for that nut over there. Oh, there's a flag over here that I could I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I thought I was after kicking the seed away. I was like, I didn't mean to. It was pretty much like a bastardization of like Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles or whatever, right? Because they were like these teenagers who had, by scientific means, been transformed into anthropomorphic muscular creatures, except this time, there's another seed right there. Except this time, instead of being turtles, they were sharks, obviously, right? But there were also, just like in the way that in like the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, there were like Bebop and Rocksteady and that one guy that was like a snapping turtle and things like that as well. And there was Leatherhead, like just like there were guys like villains like that in Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Well, there were also like villains in this Street Sharks program, right, that I used to watch. And one of the villains was like, I don't even know what he was, actually, now that I think about it. I suppose he must have been some sort of crustacean or something, or some sort of creature, because he had, there's a toad with a little chef's hat on. He had like a nose that looked exactly like a red nose that looked exactly like those, I don't think he was, though, was he? Because there was like a lobster one as well, and I think the lobster one was different. Looked different. But there was definitely, like, there's definitely one of the baddies. I have an image in my mind of him being green for some reason, but he had, like, a red shell nose cone, like a red shell nose cone, just like that guy. Ah, here we go. I'm glad I came here. So we can, inch by inch, row by row, watch Toad's garden grow and talk to the Toad near the entrance to Hazy Maze Cave or whatever. Except it's not a Toad like a frog, it's Toad like I don't have the... On a day when the Joy-Cons are after, like, screwing with me so much, I don't have, like, the nerve to trust them with, like, motion-controlling fighting Mecha Wiggler here. I just don't have the heart. But yeah. I must say, like, when it came to, like, being here in the Mushroom Kingdom, like, when the first time I saw this in this game, I was, like, absolutely enthralled. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I couldn't believe that they'd done this. It's almost like it's like the equivalent of it's the equivalent of, like, in Thingamabob in Pokemon Gold and Silver when you go back to Kanto and you're like, oh my god, how the fuck did they keep this away from me? I'm going getting those coins. And there's nothing you're going to be able to do to stop me. So yeah, there's my story for today. Is I remembered that what that octopus boss's thing reminds me of is oh, I guess there's like another boss in there, whichever one it is. There's that octopus boss's attack reminds me of is this one obscure villain from this one obscure television program. It's like there were so many of those programs after Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Oh, it's you? I was after talking about you already. How I think I was remembering you as the original version of the... Yes, with these, like, spiky ball things. Well, I don't think we're gonna get as, like, lucky fighting you as we got fighting the... whatever... Dr. Fraser Crane squid. It's like, I need to get better at, like, watching the shadows, but, like, there's so much, like, turbulence. Like, what hit me there? There's so much, like, turbulence caused by, like, the roiling stew or whatever. Like, all of this crap that's in here. Oh, I didn't know that they were kind enough to give you, like, recovery hearts here. I thought that this was, like, the equivalent of, like, okay, you just have to, like, beat them without getting hit or something. Well, not without getting hit, but without, like, with one health bar or whatever. I think I know what hit me, by the way. I think, like, what hit me was the, yeah! What the hell happened there? There, we got him. There we go, okay. Just one more. I remember, like, I honestly, like, as I was saying that when we fought the normal version of this boss, I remember him being quite tough, so... Or I remember, like, this, like, incarnation of him being quite difficult, and I think it's because I think it's pretty much because of this last phase. Like, I think, like, the first two phases, I remember finding them okay. But when it came to, like, this third phase, I remember that it pretty much being luck of the draw. Okay, there we go. Okay. I know what I'm doing, though, now, and I'm not as scared considering that, I know there are recovery hearts in the mix there inside in the stew. But, yeah, we've seen you probably, like, 3 times too many, 4 times too many if you count the, 4 times too many if you count the, I'm gonna try and, like, destroy as many of these things as possible if I can. just so that they're not getting in my way when I'm trying to escape here. Okay, this is like far better already. Because I found that like a little bit sketchy, the way that I got clipped by these like spiky turret things in between the in from underneath the lava. But yeah, as I was saying, like, there were so many of those programs like that were kind of like, I suppose, trying to cash in on Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, because like I've talked before about Moo Mesa, mostly in the Pokemon Yellow LP, because of the namesake Tauros that I caught that was named Moo Mesa. Okay, I'm watching for shadows. I'm watching for shadows here. Okay, I got hit, but it's okay because I have a heart in my sights. I'm telling you, it's this third phase is the one that's gonna get you. Okay. We got it. Oh my god. Sorry, I just had to concentrate there because I was like, I wasn't daring enough to just go for it and like trust myself to land in the lava and not go through it or something like that, or fall in between one of those gaps. But a well-deserved triple moon. But yeah, there was Moo Mesa. There was also like Biker Mice from Mars, I suppose, falls into that category as well. There's Street Sharks. I suppose you could count like Mummies Alive as like a similar concept, I guess. But like Mummies Alive, I guess, is more about the kid. That the kid like isn't the kid in Mummies Alive supposed to be like the reincarnation of King Ramses or something? And that's why the mummies alive are like so inclined to follow him as their leader or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's enough for this part of Let's Play Super Mario Odyssey. There's so much to do in the Mushroom Kingdom. There's so much to do in this game overall. It's unbelievable. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. We've barely scratched the surface. I'll see you next time. Bye now.